Hey everyone, Heather Mason 76 here. I'm sort of back. I decided to finally do a response video to Ed T1138's Top 3 Tuesday. The one that I'm doing a response video, at least for now, is the current one, brought to you by Dan's Gaming Corner. His Top 3 Tuesday subject for this week is going to be Top 3 video game series that you think are in need of a revival. I really did enjoy the ones that he chose because I really need to check out Valis and a couple other games. And like you said, there's a ton of other games that could be on this list, and I can even think of a few myself, just games in general that I think would be really awesome if they either got remade or had a revival somehow. And a few of those would be like Resident Evil 2, but honestly, I'll cap in like the original Silent Hill. But when they redid Silent Hill for the Wii, I kind of was like, yeah, I hope they never try to touch that again. And then when they did, I mean, the remake for Resident Evil 1 is really, really good. I thoroughly enjoy it, but the way that Capcom's going right now, I'm fine if they don't touch Resident Evil 2, because Resident Evil 2 is seriously my favorite Resident Evil, because it was the first one that I actually played. And I really don't want them touching it unless they're actually going to do it right, like they did with the Resident Evil remake, because otherwise it's just going to be pointless. And it would really piss me off if they messed up Resident Evil 2. I think there would be like enough people outside with pitchforks and fires, you know. Anyway, so my top 3 video game series that I would choose for a need of revival would be as follows. Alright, number 3 for me would be Grandia. Now, Grandia did have Grandia 3 on the PS2, but so far we haven't really seen any Grandia series on the new platforms, which is kind of a shame because I really do enjoy that battle system that they have, and the battle system that they had plus the leveling system was always fun. Like, I always really enjoyed it, and Grandia was my first real RPG that I actually played. I know a lot of people played Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross and stuff like that as like pretty much their first real RPG, but Grandia was my first, and that's the one that actually got me into the RPG genre of video games. And I really do like the original game, and if there was a way that they could go back and revive it, that would be fantastic. But even then, like, if they did Grandia 4 and they made it where it was a whole new story, and the story was just as good as it was with the first and the second one, and, you know, I mean, I haven't really played the third yet, even though I have it, but I'm planning to play it here soon. But just the story from the first and the second were just so well done that I really, really hope that they would ever have, like, the same kind of people working on it again. But the game's really fun. You play as this character named Justin in the first one, who just wants to be an adventurer, and he's just a kid, and he has all these other friends that he meets on the way, and he's accompanied by his best friend Sue, and he meets this other girl named Fina, and then they go into this big, you know, thing where they go into all these ruins about the different of a lost civilization known as Angelou, or Angelou. I think it's Angelou. Angelou. But, yeah, so it's really fun. The story's really good. Like I said, the leveling system's good. So I'm hoping that they do a revival of this. Hoping they don't mess it up if they ever do. But, yeah, so this is my number 3. Number 2 would be Star Fox. Of course, I have Star Fox 64. We haven't seen a Star Fox game in quite a while. Last one we saw was, what, GameCube? And even then, like, my favorite one is still the one on the SNES, on the SNES. So, honestly, I'm really hoping that they ever port the SNES version on the Virtual Console. But as of yet, we still haven't seen it. And we haven't seen it really on much of anything else either. So, for right now, I'm just kind of hoping. So, number 2 for mine is going to be Star Fox. So, and please, Nintendo, please do something with Star Fox soon, because I really need some Star Fox in my life. Okay, number 1 for me, of course I'm a huge survival horror fan, as everybody knows. And we've been getting a whole bunch of new IPs. Like, we've been getting a whole bunch of different games and stuff like that. Like, we've gotten Siren for the PS2. We've had Fatal Frame. We've had Dead Space. We've had, you know, all these other games. As of late, it's been games that are more like Amnesia and that SCP-0087 or whatever the heck it is, and Amnesia and Dead Space and all those. And while they're good, they're not as scary as some of the other games. Now, this one, I really think they really should do a revival. Mind you, the last one that we had was the third one, and that was on PlayStation 2. But I really think that they should have a new one come out that has the original mechanics, like point and shoot. I mean, not point and shoot, point and click. I'm sorry, point and click. And that would be Clock Tower. Clock Tower, I really do enjoy, and the original one was actually on the Super Famicom, but we never got it here. And I know I've brought this up a couple times in different Top 3 Tuesdays, but this game is really fun. It was more action-oriented in the third one, which I really didn't like, and the story kind of really teetered off, and the acting just got abysmal. Mind you, the acting was always kind of cheesy as it was, but like the third one to me was just abysmal, as opposed to the point-and-click ones that they had back in the day with the story. So, yeah. So, honestly, we need a new point-and-click survival horror, scary type, getting away from a mass murderer type of thing. Because I haven't really seen that in a long time, and I really do miss those type of games. Where you're just, like, trying to be like, oh crap, now what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to pick up? What am I supposed to, you know, whatever. So, number one for me is going to be Clock Tower. For sure, for a revival. If any of these get remade, I'll be a happy nerd. But for now, I guess we'll just wait. Thanks, Dan's Game Corner for posting this up as your Top 3 Tuesday. And thanks EdT11 for showing this video off and trying to get all the feedback. And I guess I'll see you guys hopefully later, because I plan to do more of these to make up for the ones that I haven't posted. So, this is HeatherMason76. See you guys later.